The following program is presented by DSPN Live. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to DSPN Live and the UCF Hockey Coaches Show. I'm here with head coach Anthony Mariani. Coach, welcome to the show.
Good morning.
Not your first time on the show, first time as head coach, though.
It is.
So congratulations
Thank
and
you.
Welcome to the show.
Good morning. It's early.
It is early. So last weekend you got off to the first two games of the 2021 or 21-22 season. A little bit different than being an assistant coach?
Yeah, you got obviously a lot more responsibility out there. I've always taken my job serious, but, this time I got a whole new ball game, got a new staff, essentially a whole new team. So it's a lot. We had a tough weekend against Tampa, but, today's a new day. It's a new week, and hopefully we pick up the pieces and move forward.
So you learned what they were doing wrong in the first two games, and now I was watching practice, and you were working on things they need to do better.
Sure.
How challenging is that to get them going in the right direction right before Friday's game?
Well, obviously as a head coach, I'm not too vocal on the bench. I'm sitting back watching and figuring out the puzzle pieces that we need to work on and put together.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we did too horrible in our offensive zone. I was very disappointed in our D-zone coverage and our D-zone play. That's where it really hurt us against a team like Tampa that could really move the puck. They forecheck hard, and they really trap you. And, unfortunately, it cost us 2 games.
Now, the one thing that if you watch the games this weekend, you will notice Tampa had about 15 veterans returning versus UCF had maybe 5 or 6.
Sure.
I think that showed up in the game, and it showed up in the defensive end in particular.
Sure. You got guys that have been playing together for quite a while. They're a very talented team. I have a lot of rookies on my team, and, you've seen the nervous faces. They had the bugs in their stomach, and, I guess there's no better way to start the season than to play one of the best teams out there to kind of get that out of the way. Then hopefully from here on out, it'll be better for us.
So now this weekend coming up, you have 2 big games against Embry Riddle. Friday night at Embry Riddle at 7 o'clock. If you can make it out to the Daytona Ice Arena, it's a great place to watch college hockey. And then Saturday night, right back here on DSPN Live on the Olympic rink. How do you prepare for a team that was very good the last time we played? Coach likes to play a physical kind of style. He's probably going to forecheck. He was here earlier watching the game this weekend. How do you prepare for that?
Sure. Again, these are some of the things we're working on in practice right now. The boys are still behind us right now on the rink, and, working on a lot of in-zone D coverage, working on forecheck. And that's just something the boys need to know. We talked about Embry Riddle and how physical of a team they are. Last season when we played them, we lost 2 players in the first game with a broken hand and an injury. So it's not going to be an easy battle. It's always a great rivalry between Embry Riddle and us. And Coach Bob Joyce happens to be a buddy of mine. So it's always a good time playing against him. And, every day and every game is a learning curve for them and for us coaches as well, too. Coach O'Donnell has been really good with the systems play with the boys, and just trying to figure out where they need to be and what they're doing wrong, and we're going to get them into their positions and, get us some W's on the board.
So speaking of Coach O'Donnell, he's a former UCF player. He played when you were on the bench. He's from South Florida. How's he doing as your assistant coach first time?
He's doing great. He's very vocal. Even the first game we did, he looked at me and I said, "Are you okay? You look nervous too." He said, "This is my coaching debut." He goes, "You do this all the time." He goes, "I've never done this before." I said, "You ready?" He goes, "I'm ready." And he's been great. The boys love him. Shane is an engineer, and he's very mathematical, and he likes to think, and that's what makes him a good systems coach.
And you've also got not one but maybe two goalie coaches this year, which is new, right, and helpful.
It is. The guys love it. We got Rick Follis out there right now working with both of the goalies, and they really enjoy having them out there. There's certain things. I mean, these goalies have been playing for a while, but there's certain things that, our coaches see that we need to work on, and hopefully once we fix all these little glitches and little bugs, we'll have ourselves a really solid program.
I think once you get started, and now that the season is going, but once you get started on being able to put in what you want to do, I mean, you've only had a handful of practices.
Sure.
So once you get going on that, I think the younger kids will be in the right position. I think they'll start making the right plays, and it'll be a lot easier for you on the bench.
Sure. I mean, I think 7 veterans left, and after this season, there's not going to be many of them. So, I need the rookie kids to step it up and, get all those bugs out of their system, and, we'll go out there and tear it up.
So I know you want to give thanks to RDV for getting us much better times this year. We've got 4 o'clock games, and every other game is 9 o'clock, not 10 o'clock.
That is correct. So if anyone did not see, there was an announcement that came out yesterday, will be announced again. Our game this Saturday at home at the RDV has been moved from 9 p.m. to 4 p.m. So we got an earlier start this week, and this just came about yesterday. So, it's good because it's an earlier start time. We get the fans engaged. The kids are able to show up. There's a lot of kids at the rink, and, the RDV's been really great in supporting us and doing such a good job. And, even though we were getting hammered last week and 7-1, our fans still showed us support. They were loud, and, it means a lot to us. It means a lot to me and my fans.
The fans were great. The building was basically sold out. It was nice to have everybody in here. We've been through so much in the last 18 months. These kids, a lot of them all of our team was in high school.
Sure. With all the events that happened with COVID and the rink closing down, these kids were still in school while we were dealing with all this madness. So to come home for our first home opener against Tampa, looking across the stands and seeing almost every seat filled, just brought a lot of joy to me. The kids were on fire. They were pumped. And, unfortunately we took the loss, but, we still had support here.
Well, one thing I would tell you that was a positive, I thought that even through the end of the game, and the second game particularly, the kids still played hard. There was a 2-on-1 with Donovan, and I believe it was Corey. They were shorthanded. Beautiful save by Grant. But as far as our goaltending here at UCF, talk about the 2 new goaltenders, because for a long time it was Tebow time, and now you've got 2 new goaltenders, and they look very good, both of them.
They are. I got Nathan Shields. We call him Shieldsy. He's our starter for now. The kid's incredible. I know he played up north in the EHL, and we have a good old Italian boy. His name's Vincenzo Sanfilippo, so that's Vinny Bag of Donuts, we call him. And, I'd like to see a little more play time from Vinny, too. He's been having a little shoulder issues that we're trying to work through, so trying to, take care of that first before we put him in net for a full game. But, I got some solid young goaltenders. They've been around for a while, and, they look really good. It's just we need to have a good team and a good D line to back them up.
Well, kudos to you and your staff for coming in and taking over after Coach Kroll was promoted, and now he's out in California. And to your wife, Jessica, your GM, your assistant GM, your everything,
My
I'm
lifeline.
sure, behind the scenes, because you've done a great job so far getting the program going in the direction you want to take it, even including the bus trips, which I think is really important. I think that brings a professional type of atmosphere to the club, and I think that'll help you with recruiting in the future too.
Sure. It's a lot of work. It
Sure.
definitely is a lot of work. My wife's been great as our team manager and GM, whatever you want to call it. She's definitely been a lifeline for us. She is a lawyer. She negotiates, so she gives the bus company a hard time. But, that's as a club, we want to build this program, and we want people to be able to come to UCF to play ice hockey for us.
All right. One last thing. What time again? Friday? Saturday?
Saturday is 4 p.m. this weekend versus Embry Riddle at the RDV Sportsplex.
All right, Coach. Thanks for joining us. That's UCF head coach Anthony Mariani. I'm Louis DiPaolo, DSPN Live. Stay tuned, and we'll see you on Saturday.
All right.